Right, so let's go over generating a sales funnel using AI for our micro products. But we have to touch on some fundamentals first. So when an affiliate network sends you any traffic, it's going to send it to your landing page. This is your product's advertisement. Essentially, that's what it is. So this is the page that needs to convince people to buy your product. Now, many people just don't fully understand what makes a good advertisement. So let me ask you this. What is advertising? Right, take a minute and really think about it. All right, so here's the best definition. It's salesmanship in print. It's like having a salesman that will sell your product for you. Now, what would you tell someone about your product to convince them to buy? Would you sing some silly jingle or tell them a slogan? No, you would tell them the benefits of the product in plain English and ask them for the order. Your sales letter should do the exact same thing as a salesperson would do. Now, 90% of this is the topic. A good sales letter will not sell a terrible product on an old topic. If you picked a good topic in step one, then the sales letter is easy. With a good topic, the sales letter should focus on telling the customer what the unique benefits are. So what you're getting here is a time-tested template for creating great converting sales letters. Now, you can use this template to write your own sales letters if you want to learn sales writing. However, I specifically designed this program to use AI, so all the work is handled for you. Keep this at the top of your mind. Your sales letter, your sales, your offer, everything is driven entirely by the benefits of the product features, not by the features themselves, driven by the benefits. Now, sales letters, they're going to be generated by AI, but it's important to understand the principles as you move through this. For starters, it's important to ask yourself, what urgent problem does your product solve? How is your product solution unique compared to other products in the market? Now, if you have jumped on an emerging trend, your product should already be fairly new and unique. However, you can take this a step further. How can you make this even more unique? Can you add things to it that no other product has? Are there other benefits that you can offer that no one else offers? Was something left out of that original product that maybe you can add in to make it stand out? The key concept for sales letters is curiosity. Sales letters should always invoke some curiosity right from the beginning. But they are, remember, driven by the benefits. So you have to ask yourself again the right question. What are all the specific benefits of your product? Now, this is the old sell the sizzle, not the steak mantra, right? People don't want to work out and have meal plans, right? They want abs. They just want results. They don't want to lift dumbbells. They want bigger arms. People don't want AI bots and sales funnels. They want a passive income. They don't want guides on how to date. They want a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Right? They don't want smoothing and soothing creams. They want their joint pain to disappear. The less you focus on the features of your product and the more on the benefits they provide, the more you will speak to your audience and convince them that what you are selling is the solution they need to their problem. Now, your offer should also be irresistible. Is there any reason for your prospect to say no to your offer? The number one way to make your offer irresistible is price comparison. If the value they're getting from the product far exceeds the cost, it becomes a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer to jump on it. The less resistance they feel to that, the more likely they are to buy on the impulse. So now micro products are designed to be impulse buys. And as such, we will price those products as low as possible so the prospect will buy them on impulse. They have to make sense. They have to address a problem. They have to ride a trend. They have to be fresh. But at the end of the day, we're looking to do an impulse buy. Now, no advertisement is complete without giving the prospect very specific instructions on how to place their order. And in our case, a giant buy button that can't be missed with instructions to click on that button and complete their order is an absolute must. We want to include a guarantee. Removes all the risk, offer them a 100% money back guarantee, a full refund. Keep in mind, even if you get a refund, you still have the lead, and the leads are where the money resides. Now, once you convince your prospect to buy, you need to convince them to buy now. So you want to limit your launches, maybe limit the pricing, have price increases, increase your price over time, lower the price and do sales over the holidays. I mean, these are all strategies to introduce scarcity into your offers. So adding that scarcity, especially for an impulse buy product, can double your conversions. So let's go through a template here. So the basic template that we're going to use is presented right here. You have a headline, an introduction, a story, product introduction, bullets, and features and benefits, the guarantee, the price drop, the close, and then the scarcity play. So let's go through these one by one. And really what we're going to do is generate each part individually, and then we're going to basically generate a whole bunch of different ones for each part, and then combine them to build our letter. So we're going to let AI generate multiples of each, and we're going to pick the best ones, the ones that make the most sense. Now, as a bonus, you can also take what you get and split test different ideas. In fact, this process will even give you ideas for other micro products. Okay, first up is the headline. Remember, this is your hottest benefit in your hook. Express the biggest benefit with curiosity to make the reader read the rest of your letter. Your introduction, it introduces your brand and briefly touches on the biggest benefit of your product. The story, tell the story on how this product came to be. Now, alternatively, you can talk about the problem that this product solves. If you don't have a good story, you can just talk about, hey, this is the problem, and here is a product that can solve it. And then that leads you right into the product introduction, where you just introduce the product. And I'll show you how to do that, of course. The bullets, this is where you list out all the features and the benefits of your product as a bulleted list. And this list is presented as statements, right? So again, we're going to dive into detail on all of these. Your guarantee, of course, spells out your guarantee. Your price drop, that's going to assign a value to the product. And then what you should do is you break out all the features and you assign a value to each feature and you stack it, and then you add up that value and then you compare it to the low price. In that close, you ask for the order. That's where you're going to have generally have your first buy button if you're not doing like a soft close somewhere. But you'll generally have your buy buttons scattered throughout your letter, and they generally appear either right after the price or, if not, right after the close. And then you have scarcity, right? Give them a reason to act now. People might decide to buy, but they need to be compelled to buy now. So use scarcity such as limited availability, price increases soon, that sort of thing. So let's talk about the process of generation. Now, we have mentioned before that ChatGPT can do this for us. However, we need to do it in sections, and it's not going to give us a complete sales letter all at once. We just can't say, hey, here are my hooks, here are my benefits, give me a sales letter. Not going to work that way. The process and the structure that I've given you, you're going to have to work section by section to build a converting letter. So you have to kind of think of this as a game of Legos. Building things out of Legos was always a blast as a kid, right? And I'll be honest, my kids have Legos and I still play with them too. But basically think of them as modules, using my process and template to stick those modules together. So now you can learn a lot by studying the structure of high converting sales letters. So easily, go to the marketplace and look at letters that, have done anywhere above 1,000 sales. And there's really good examples on why they're doing 1,000 sales. And it's not just because they got traffic, because you can get traffic, tons of traffic to a letter. And if that letter sucks, it's not going to really make any money. It's not going to convert. All right, so let's generate headlines. So like we know, the headline is the hottest feature and benefit. And we want to produce a big list of features and benefits first, because we're going to take our headline from that feature and benefit. So list out all the features of your product. And really, you can ask ChatGPT to do this because you're generating the product concept, hook, everything inside of ChatGPT. So you can just ask it, hey, give me a short list of features. You can even ask it to give you benefits. I recommend that you do at least 3 deep, but the more, the merrier. So just to give you a refresher, you have a feature and then you have a benefit of that feature. What's really where it becomes really important and it really connects with your reader is when you dig into the benefits of the benefits of the benefits. So, the example I like to use is my watch. It's fairly modest Fossil watch. It's got a silver metal band, and it's self-winding. So like self-winding, that's a feature, obviously, as is it being a metal band. And but the real cool thing about that feature of a self-winding watch is that as I'm walking, it is winding itself. I don't have to wind my watch, right? There's a benefit of a feature, rather. But what's the benefit of not having to wind my watch? Well, it's always on time, right? The watch is always charged up. I always have the right time. But what's the benefit of that? Well, I always know the time, so I'm never late, right? What's the benefit of that? Well, maybe my wife's happier with me because I'm not late, right? So, digging down deep into things, there's a benefit of a benefit or a benefit tier that you want to uncover. And then you can ask ChatGPT to do this for you also. Just a little pro tip, the headline is often the last element that we perfect in a draft because we may uncover a better headline as we're developing this list of features and benefits. So I'm presenting the headline first because it's very logical because, let's face it, we got to pick a structure, right? But at the end of the day, when we hit our draft and we're banging out features and benefits and bullet lists and bullet points, there's a headline in there, right? So, but we can ask ChatGPT, please give me a summary of the features of this ebook and then write out the benefits of each feature and include the benefits of that benefit and go at least 3 benefits deep so that we produce a big list of features and multi-tiered benefits for the reader. So it'll pop out something, benefits and benefits of benefits, so your proven headline formula. What's the benefit? Simplifies the headline creation process. What's the benefit of that? It saves time and effort in brainstorming and testing. And a little sub-benefit allows you to focus on other important aspects of your strategy. Another benefit of proven headline formulas provides a reliable structure for effective headlines, right? Increases confidence in your campaigns. The benefit of that, consistently producing high-quality headlines that attract attention. Now, you'll see the magic when it comes to stringing these together here just in a little bit, so bear with me. So we will instruct GPT to combine these elements into a bullet list. So the instructions we give it combine these features and benefits into individual statements that we will use as bullets. So to see what happens is it outputs proven headline formulas, simplifies the headline creation process, saving you time and effort, allowing you to focus on other critical marketing tasks. These are light, right? Because they are purposely light. We just want to show an example of it happening. But you can really dig deeper than this and find hotter benefits. But just to show you that it will combine things for you and produce these sentences for you. And this is a benefit. So they give you psychological insights, understands emotional triggers to create more compelling headlines, enhancing audience connection and loyalty, driving higher engagement conversions. It's kind of fluffy. Platform specific strategies, tailors headlines for maximum impact on various platforms, optimizing engagement and reach and ensuring effectiveness across digital channels. Yeah, so if you notice, we're getting into the corporate gobbledygook speak when it comes to this, and that's something you generally want to avoid. So like I would rewrite this to use more natural language. And if you notice, I didn't say use natural language. So look how it defaults to that corporate BS. So there's a nice lesson within a lesson itself right there. So generating a introduction, we will have ChatGPT create it for us, but you should look at other letters for inspiration, things to avoid such as dear marketer. Like your buyers are a general audience. They're not marketers. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're writing these letters. Dear friend or no greeting like that at all. It's better to leave it off than to isolate segments of your audience because you want to have some type of formality to your letter. But we will instruct it and we will say, give me an introduction and focus on the customer's interest in solving the problems of getting started in affiliate marketing, telling them that they should read this letter because I found a solution that will work for them, even if they have no experience. Don't give me the whole letter. Just give me a short introduction, write like a good copywriter, and preserve the one-to-one nature of this letter. So you see, in this one, I did give them specific, or give ChatGPT specific instructions. So a nifty little introduction might look a little like this. If you're looking for an easy side hustle in 2024, then you need to read every word on this page. That's because you're about to discover the beginner-friendly AI system that generates 2 to 8 grand a week in pure profit, completely on autopilot, with no sales funnels or landing pages, no solo ads, no list building or email marketing, and no product creation, selling, or copywriting. So generating a story. Remember, a story is on how you discovered what you're offering. How did it help you? What were the results, and why are you sharing it? So for this, I actually just took a swipe from a sales letter. Saying, I found this goldmine traffic source after a friend told me about a new ad platform that was accepting beta testers and giving away free traffic. In just a few hours, I had nearly 1,000 new leads using nothing but a 3-page ebook I put together in 45 minutes using ChatGPT. And now I want to get you in on the action. This ends up being a very personal thing. So I know people who come up with ideas generally have some type of backstory on how they came up with that idea, no matter what the idea is. And this is where you want to share that. It is the why. Why are you telling me what you're telling me? So generating product intro. This is where obviously you introduce your product. Again, going to the swipes. And this is why, I didn't mention it yet, but swipes are really important when you're writing sales copy. You're looking at successful letters. I suggest that even if you don't want to pick up sales copywriting as a skill set, if you're going to be launching products, it's really something you should have some type of baseline understanding on how to do. And swipes is one of those things. You want to go through, find letters that do really well, and you put them in a library that we call a swipe file. And all that is just a collection of letters. It could be pictures of the letter. It could be the text of the letter itself. And all that is there is to help us recognize and use language patterns that are present in all letters, really. So if you were to take all the letters you could find, put them into a text document, dump it into ChatGPT, and ask it to analyze it for you, it will tell you, if you ask it, of course, what are some of the language patterns that you find, and it'll shoot those out and tell you what patterns you should be using. Really interesting. So some stuff I've really been experimenting with too, especially on data analysis of market performance metrics. Really interesting. Anyhow, use a swipe, right? So for example, this one, introducing affiliate headline cookbook, right? The headline cookbook is the only paint by numbers guide that doubles your click-through rates in emails and social media posts, right? Huge, awesome promise there. I've taken all the guesswork out of writing irresistible posts by taking the fastest, most beginner-friendly strategy and trained a ChatGPT system to implement this whole thing automatically. So inside the affiliate headline cookbook, you'll discover, and that's the lead into the bullets. So the bullets, this is where you drop those features and benefits, and you do them and you deliver them as statements. So what you will discover in the affiliate headline cookbook: simplified headline creation, emotional engagement, platform-specific strategies. And you see, there's a little bit of a quick, almost like a subhead where it says simplified headline creation. So that's like the main concept. And then we deliver the benefit statement. Learn proven headline formulas that make crafting compelling headlines quick and easy, saving you time and effort. Right? That's the benefit of simplified headline creation. Emotional engagement, and I'd probably rewrite this, but understand the psychological triggers that drive audience engagement, helping you create headlines that resonate deeply with your readers. A little fluffy, right? Platform-specific strategies. Discover how to tailor your headlines to maximize impact on different platforms, ensuring your content stands out wherever it's posted. Now, these are very light touch given to you for examples, right? You can always dig deeper, and you can always come up with better benefits. We want to offer a guarantee to remove the risk, or at least mitigate some of it that your audience might be feeling. So you can use, again, a swipe. The affiliate headline cookbook is guaranteed to work for you, or you pay me nothing. You're protected by my ironclad 60-day guarantee. Now, legally, I can't guarantee that you're going to do any money with this. However, I can guarantee your satisfaction. And so I want you to try the Affiliate Headline Cookbook on me for a full 60 days. And if during that time you don't get the results that you want or desire, you don't double your click-through rates, or if you don't even like the color choices in the members area for any reason at all, just send me a support ticket with the word refund and I'll send you back every penny. No questions, no hassles. You can even keep the product, right? So that might sound familiar to you because it works. So getting to the section on price, we should really talk a little bit about strategy. Remember that these are micro products, so you should price them accordingly. I would go from $1 to $7 maximum. You can push that a little higher if you're going to include more stuff in your product. But if it's a micro product that's really is maybe just a report, PDF report, and a template or two, then I would price, generally $5. So like I said, you could be higher if you're going to include video coaching and other things. But do a value stack. No matter what it is, always do a value stack with your pricing. You're going to get X, an N value. You're going to get Y, a $200 value. And you're going to get Z, a $300 value. Total it all up, and you get all of this for just $5. Right? So here's an example. Look at everything you're getting inside. This is one of my letters inside of Auto Affiliate AI. You get the system and the prompts, $100 value, step-by-step training, $100 value, 2-hour follow-up or follow-along quick start guide, another $100, on-demand coaching, and then a list of bonuses. Bonuses are great motivators for people to click buy, and personal coaching for me to help you get started, right? Total value of everything today is $1,962 plus $497 a month. Right. Well, where did I get that? I got that from the on-demand coaching program for $497 a month. Right. So we tack all that, total it all up, and you're looking somewhere north of $2,500. And then below that is the first price drop, or button drop, I should say, where hey, get Auto Affiliate at a low price one time, pay $17 once, use forever. Click here for instant access. Limited time, there's some scarcity. Offer expires soon. I usually expire my offers within a week or two, right? And then plus I always include this text link because some people do not click on the button, they click on the text link. So let's talk about the close. So what the close represents is what happens if they don't act now, right? So in this example, I've given you a swipe from one of my letters. So right now you have 3 choices. Choice 1 is you can do nothing, which leads to a place called nowhere because you're not going to do anything different, right? That will continue to pile up while you're slaving away 40 hours a week, really making your boss rich, right? Choice 2, and oh look, there's a little typo in there. Choice 2 is that you can take the information on the page and try and go at it alone. And sure, you'll make money and see some success if you took careful notes, because generally my letters are very educational. However, you'll be learning the hard way through pure trial and error. Or make the smart choice, and choice 3, join the Auto Affiliate AI coaching program to have all the work done for you and start experiencing financial freedom today. Now, I know that you'll make the only smart choice, so I'll see you inside, right? And then I sign off. So now you can use PostScript to restate the hook and really drive it home. And in some cases, I've found that, and this was done through heat map analysis, is that a lot of people would skip the close and go right to the PS. So this is where it's a very powerful instrument when you're selling through an advertisement. So we're saying regular folks all over the world are using Auto Affiliate AI, bank $10,000 a month or more working from home. And you have a full 60 days to put this to work for you with a satisfaction backed by an ironclad 60-day guarantee. Now, this offer is only good for the next few days, and I'm not keeping this promotion open for long. So you see, kind of put the main bait in front of them. So you see, I put the main lure out in front. I reminded them I had a guarantee to handle any risk and objection. And then I added some scarcity. Right? You notice that the scarcity will go there typically after the close, whether that's in the postscript or the postscript script or post-postscript. We generally want that at the bottom of the letter because the pressure now is on to make a decision, and the scarcity is there to help give it that final shove. Buy buttons are generally between the lower sections and at the bottom after the close. Although we've started putting buttons underneath the guarantee because sometimes that's the last thing someone wants to know. Like they've read the letter, they're sold, they like the opportunity, they like what they've learned by reading the letter. They see the guarantee, it says, hey, if you don't like it, just ask for a refund. Okay, good enough for me. And they hit buy right after the guarantee. But generally what you do between these subheads, after the guarantee, right? So after guarantee, after the price drop, after the close, after the FAQ, you would put buttons on that. So just look at some of my letters, for example, and you'll see how I distribute those buttons. Let's just talk about images now. Remember, just like content in sales material, every image must earn its place. This is especially true inside of a sales letter. You do not have much leeway once a person loses interest, which a errand image may trigger. You've lost that interest forever. So images of social proof and newsworthiness are best. If you're trying to make a point that this is like a breakout service or some system or some change that's going to have far-reaching implications, then newsworthiness is fantastic, right? So you can say, Google's up-and-coming 2025 changes, and you can show screenshots of, TechCrunch and other online, news services that keep track of that type of content. You can show that, hey, this can give you some, it can give onus for the person to act. It can add authority to your sales letter and also show, hey, this is real. This is a real thing. You can go to TechCrunch and you can read this article, and that's exactly what it says. So generally what you do is you take screenshots and you use those as part of your letter. You want to remember, illustrate the main points, drive home the benefits. Don't use images just to use images. Big faces with these unnatural smiles that, they may get clicks, like in the case of like YouTube, but they may not necessarily get you sales. People don't buy because there's some dude with this really unnatural, uncanny smile on his face. Like, what is that? That doesn't really do anything for your letter, right? They're buying because there's a benefit. There's a vision that is created by that benefit that triggers the person and compels them to buy. And we have a couple of things to step through on this. We're going to do a walkthrough on this next. So we'll see you in the next video.